as can be. I got your hands in mine, and you don't have to listen carefully. I'll tell you 1,000 times. Anything you feel, put it all on me. All of your thoughts, I want everything. And when you get sad, like you do sometimes, put it all on me. Put it all on me. I'll lift you when you're feeling low. I'll hold you when the night gets cold. You'll never have to be alone, and that's all you need to know. No love lost me.
This wedding, like we've heard, is unlike any other wedding you've been to. Alright, I would now like to welcome some very, very important people in the couple's lives. You'll be hearing from a number of people during the ceremony, all of whom have supported this couple. Welcome Jared and Christy and the couple.
I'll lift you when you're feeling low. I'll hold you when the night gets cold. You'll never have to be alone, and that's all you need to know. No love lost, we've got you and I. No clouds will shoot 'em out the sky. You'll never have to be alone, and that's all you need to know. Simple as can be, I'm gonna be around.
Welcome the human being that you are, and welcome the human beings that are in front of you now. For those of you who joined us yesterday for a bit of yoga, you know what we're doing. For the rest of you, it's just part of being a human being. Today we have been asked to be here with Ludwig and Amy, each one of us very specifically invited for a purpose and very much by design. We are all here as supporters of their union, and we fulfill roles in their union as supporters in whatever way you fulfill in their lives. Up until now, they have been so grateful for your support, and that's why we have received the invitations. So my job here today is to guide all of us through the change that is about to happen. It's actually been happening for years and years already. They've been really, really working hard to build a strong foundation of trust, love, and community between the two of them. If you're here today, it's because you've seen that happen and you've helped them along that way. Today we will be talking about supporting the couple in many, many different ways. We will hear from siblings, people who have grown and fought and argued and led with us and have led with them. Let's listen to what they have to say, starting with Jared.
Hi there, how are you? I'm going to keep it short, but I just want you guys to make a big conscious effort on a daily basis to just fall in love with each other every day going forward. Marriage is hard work, but I know you guys will be great. You need to not be so stubborn. Thank you for accepting even his stubbornness. He's becoming a man soon.
Because what I have to say aren't other people's words, because today is not about other people. Today is about you two, Amy and Ludwig Sparke. Amy, you asking me to be your maid of honor will always be one of the most special moments of my life. and I'm so happy to be standing here today as part of the celebration of love. I didn't grow up with a sister, but I feel like I have one now. I could have never dreamed that I'd meet my soulmate in an elevator after 6 months of being in the same classes. I could have never imagined that I'd meet the girl who not only supports me through anything, but also challenges me when I need to be challenged, lifts me up when I don't believe in myself, and holds me when I'm weak. A friend who traveled across the world to attend a festival with me. You are the best person I know, and I'm so happy you found someone equally as epic to spend the rest of your life with. Speaking of space, space, I love you. And when I was reading this, I realized that I never said that I love you, dude. I know, it's cool. I can't believe how much I've grown to love you, and how much you've grown in the time that we've known each other. And I don't just mean their muscles. Your ability to adapt your life view and your expectations of yourself and others is truly admirable, and I'm so beyond grateful that not only do you love my best friend and enrich her life, but you love me and enrich mine. I'm so glad we get to have you in our life. Yes! Welcome to you. And lastly, if someone else gets to marry my soulmate, I'm so glad that it's you.
Thank you, Jared and Christine. Next up, we'll hear from Amy's brother Sam.
Can I just ask you bow your heads while I read from the good book?
Lord of the Rings.
All that is gold does not glitter. Not all those who wander are lost. The all that is strong does not wither. Deep roots are not reached by the frost. From the ashes a fire shall be woken. A light from the shadow shall spring. Renewed shall be the blade that was broken. And calmness again shall be king.
Oh, thank you.
Please bring Dominique to speak.
I'll be reading from the other good book.
Okay, so today I speak as a Christian, but also as a sister. I was asked by my brother to bring the word of God into the ceremony today. So I'm not doing a speech or talking about you guys, I'm giving you advice. Not my advice, Jesus' advice. We were raised by Conrad and Rochelle to be God-fearing. We went to Sunday school every Sunday. We were in church. So that's how we were raised. And that's why today the Lord is very important. So I will be reading from the Bible, both in English and Afrikaans. So my intention today is to highlight some important parts of being married, being a human being, and they just happen to come from something that is religious, which is very important to us as a family. My intention with the words that I have is for you to take this and have this walk with you in your journey, in your new chapter. Because as much as you've been together, you're living together, your own house together, it's a new chapter, and that's why we're here today. Right? It is my belief, and that's my Bible, that marriage takes two things: love, which we have, communication, which takes a lot of work. As much as you can be good at it, you can learn to be bad. So, my first readings will be about communication and what Jesus had to teach us about that. The first is from 1 Corinthians 1 verse 10. Ek doen 'n beroep op julle almal, broers, in die naam van ons Here Jesus Christus, om eensgesind te wees. Daar moet geen verdeeldheid oor julle wees nie. Julle moet een wees, dieselfde gesindheid en dieselfde oortuiging. Next, we'll be reading from Ephesians. As julle kwaad word, moenie sondig nie, en moenie 'n dag kwaad afsluit nie. Vuil taal moet daar nooit uit julle mond kom. Praat net wat goed en opbouend is, volgens die eis van omstandighede, sodat julle woordes ten goeie kan word. Wees goedgesind en hartlik teenoor mekaar. Vergewe mekaar, soos God julle ook in Christus vergewe het. Colossians 4, Colossense, verse 6. Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, and none of other loves that.
What does it?
And this, I didn't put that in. That was there.
Very fitting.
Very fitting. So that you may know how to answer everyone. So communication is extremely important, but above all love. And Jesus gave us 2 commandments. And I think whoever spoken to me about it doesn't even know what I'm going to say now. So John 3, Jesus shows us, or God shows us at least, what love means, and that means to sacrifice. He says sacrificing yourself sometimes so that the other one can be lifted up. Or sacrificing your opinion, or sacrificing your ego. It could mean any of those things, and God showed us that originally. That is what love is, right? And flowing from that is, so John 3, I believe, told me that. But flowing from that, and this is the crux of what I love about this religion. It's Matthew 22, and everyone has heard this. He gave us 2 commandments, but in my opinion, it's 3. I'll answer for that when we get to heaven, I suppose. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. And love your neighbor as yourself. And the hardest of those things is to love yourself. And I've seen the most beautiful growth in both of you. I had the privilege of knowing you before you were with my brother, and obviously I've known you for a very long introduction. Thanks for stealing my speech, Amy. And I've been very privileged to see both of you grow. And that's what's important, and I think everyone needs to remember that, is you need to love yourself, you need to love your neighbor, and you need to love God if you are that way in time. So I would ask you all to please bow your heads in prayer. And if you want to, you can say it with me in prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Then give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
The reason for us to be here today is to support the union. That's why they wanted us to come. That's why they made the ceremony. They've worked really hard, mostly Amy, no offense, to organize this today. I would like to go through some different ways that I have supported them in the past, things that I have found to work. You can take it as just a fun story. You can maybe take it as a good example and put your own spin on it. They'll really appreciate that. These are really just some examples of how we can support their union, like practically on a day-to-day level. The way that you've been doing it up until now has been perfect, and that is why you are here. But as with life and the change and the ebbs and flows, this is a new version of them. Today is a new version of me, and tomorrow will be a new version of you. And as we update, we have the understanding that we can grow. It's not guaranteed, but we're taking this opportunity to grow together. All of us with them, and with one goal, to support their union. So, how I like to support them and how I found particularly helpful, and again, I'm one of those that they do like my style, that's why. Be a cheerleader. You can do that in any way that feels comfortable to you. I love it, you got this. Or allez! Yeah! So I encourage you now to find your own version of that. Think about it. Climbers, you know where you're going. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Give it up for Amy and Speed! Are you enjoying the Sparke Wedding? Really, one thing that I admire so much about them both, they are really easy to motivate. Really, really easy to motivate, and it makes them driven, and it makes them achieve a hell of a lot. And together, if you're motivating one another, that just becomes so much more powerful. Second, we have be a good role model. Show them how you love one another. Couples that have been together for a long time, I'm looking at you. Really model their behavior and show them what it's like to love one human being through it all. Through the deep, deep, deep parts that are super uncomfortable. They're going to look to you for advice. Show them how to love one another. We can all do that by showing them how we love them, how we love one another. Christy was a brilliant example of that. Just up here, loving on them. It's beautiful. You can love on them all you like. Number 3, remind them that they're human. I know that it's maybe a little bit weird, but their default setting is superhuman for them both. A reminder of humanity is welcome. And then they can go on and crash and dominate the world just after that. We will now prepare for the candles. For the candles, we join. It is a signification of the two communities coming together, their unity, coming as one, joint decisions, joint goals, and really an update for all of us that this will be happening, and a request from us to support them.
Anything you feel, put it all on me. Your fears and your thoughts, give me all of it. And when you get sad, like you do sometimes, put it all on me. Put it all on me. I'll lift you when you're feeling low. I'll hold you when the night gets cold. You'll never have to be alone. And that's all you need to know. No love lost me by you and I. No clouds will shoot them out the sky. You'll never have to be alone. And that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Oh, yeah.
We now prepare
That's all you need to know.
for witnessing of them loving on one another.
You're gonna cry. Amy, I love my baby. Thank you for making us such a special day, my closest friends and family. I love you. I'm people. I love you so much, and words can't explain how much I love you. Today and for the rest of our lives together, I promise to always be by your side, to hold your hand, to be your catch on every adventure we decide to be part of. You have helped me grow so much. Thank you for always being so patient with me, even when I need to explain my emotions using sporting analogies.
I haven't told that story there.
Thank you for helping me become a version of myself I never thought was possible. Helping me to become the best I can be. I promise to do my best, always, and keep on growing alongside you. You are the best adventure buddy I could have asked for. Through these adventures, my love for you has grown exponentially, making me cherish you so much. I'm so excited for the future adventures. During these adventures, I promise to ensure that your water bottle is always full, that you're feeling your best, and to take off my shirt at raves. I'm so proud of you for how strong you have become. Yes, the word will be popping. How you keep on improving daily, challenging yourself for lifelong growth. I'm so excited to see you grow further, and I vow to aid as best as possible in your growth, to give you my honest opinion, and to listen as attentively as possible so that we can slay together. Promise to ensure that you're always okay, to your emotional and physical well-being at my top priority. Lou, thank you. Thank you for loving me, and I promise to love you with all of my being, always.
Ludwig, I am loving getting to know you and watching you grow, change, and unravel before my eyes into someone I didn't know could exist. Someone who is so different to me, but undoubtedly my perfect match. I love how we come together on our ambitions and coach each other forward, but sometimes have totally different solutions to the same problem. I love how our music tastes overlap just enough to make date night raves a thing, yet are different enough to remind me that it's okay to disagree sometimes. I love that you have taught me the value of strength, while I have shown you the power and flexibility. In the gym, sure, but also in how we approach the challenges of our lives. I love how when something makes you laugh, you check to see if I'm laughing too. And sometimes I'm not. Because we have different senses of humor, and I love that about us too.
Should I do that?
I love that you always give me a bite of your protein bar. And I always get you to taste my drink, and you almost always hate it. Would I say you complete me? No, I am complete. We are complete, and I think that's what makes us work. I promise to never leave it to you to complete me, but you complement me. And together, we can do anything. We're already doing it. Today, I vow to you to always give you the benefit of the doubt, to approach conflicts with curiosity, to encourage your dreams, and to always try my best. I love you. I trust you. Let's crush it!
The purpose of today's ceremony, as we've seen, is multifaceted. Firstly, for them to update us all on who they are, where they want to go, and we've just heard them express those things to one another. Secondly, it's a sign of gratitude to each of you for coming, for helping. Thirdly, it's a request from them to us to continue to do so for all of the years that they have promised each other. Lastly, but not by any chance the least, an amalgamation, Yahshua, of their hearts, their minds, their finances, their homes, but also, quite importantly for today, their communities. That's been a big focus on today, that these two communities come together and support one another in supporting the couple. Let us come together to exchange rings. What's fun?
Anyone else?
Ludwig, do you take Amy to be your wife, your teammate, your rave buddy, through good times and bad, for all that is to come in your growth journey? Amy, do you take Ludwig to be your husband, teammate, rave buddy, through the good times and the bad, for all that is to come in your growth journey together?
I do.
And now, our kids of country. Won't you share between one another some beautiful, beautiful love? Give us a kiss. I
Now, the photograph.
Everybody! Yeah, we all are, and it's time to get this party properly started. If you guys don't know who I am, I have no idea why you were invited. But I am Sam, I'm going to be MC for tonight. We all know why we are gathered here today. It is to experience my sister and Ludwig's greatest risk they've ever taken in life. And by that I mean making me the MC. Not bucketing her at all. So we are going to start off with grace and then starters. And there will then be a few speeches from my dad, so it's going to be a long one, but buckle up guys, make sure you very full drinks before that one goes.
And empty bladders.
Yeah, and empty bladders. So yeah, I guess without further ado, can I welcome Jan to say grace?
Sê die Vader vir die voedsel wat ons vandag gaan geniet, maak ons opreg dankbaar daarvoor. En Here seën die hande wat dit vir ons voorberei het. En Here seën Amy en Ludwig se huwelik in nog lange dae met goeie liefde, vrede, geduld en vreugde in Jesus naam. Amen.
Amen. And I just wanted to say, you know, they normally say that you end up marrying someone that is like your parents. But Speece is absolutely nothing like my dad. He can't grow a beard. He works really hard. And he's got no body fat. So without further ado, the father of the bride, the absolute legend himself, John Jared Ingram Clark, the stage is yours.
I would like to, if I may, take you on a strange journey. What film starts with those words?
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes, okay. That cult film came out when Sharon, Sheila and I were at university in the last millennium. It became a long-running social phenomenon. It never had a sequel or a film revival. Until now. The wedding of Ludwig and Amy is going to be remembered not as a dystopian Rocky Horror Picture Show, but the Amy and Ludwig reality show. That's because the experience we've had today is already a complete counterpoint and opposite to the rather bizarre dark comedy. But there are many similarities. For example, that film starts with a wedding. Janet, played by Susan Sarandon, as beautiful as she was, nowhere near as beautiful as my daughter, and find themselves taken on a time warp into a very weird and frightening experience. They actually are driving in the dark night. There's rain, there's thunder and lightning. See, I even organized that. And they have a flat tire. Sheila, what happened to you today? Sheila had a flat. How about that? Now, because this now explains to you what then happened. So there's a darkness in everybody's life, and there's a light out there. And Janet and Brad end up in this rather scary place to seek shelter and find their whole lives completely turned around into the stuff of nightmares. The mansion, which Brad thinks is a hunting lodge for some rich weirdos, turns out to be Dr. Frankenfurter's mansion, where he makes a man. And Rocky is this muscular, well-built guy that is manufactured in only 7 days by Frankenfurter. But as I've got to see Ludwig has got far more of a physique. I know it didn't take just 7 days. It's been your whole life. It's too late. They get sucked into what's known as an ignis fatuus, a false light. A light which literally in Latin means the foolish light. Beware the ignis fatuus, the false light that promises that can't deliver. It's a light outside of ourselves. So why is this wedding the exact opposite of the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Because at the end, the criminologist who had spoken those ominous words at the beginning says,
"And crawling on the planet's face, some insects called the human race, lost in time and lost in space and meaning."
Now, nobody can say Amy and Ludwig are pure, simply insects without consciousness. Even though from outer space, when you were scaling the cliff faces with Minka, you might have looked like that, but you were on a journey of ascent, of consciousness into understanding. Insects don't have consciousness. You were connecting to our beloved Earth. Time. Do you know, in a couple of hours' time, we will experience the summer solstice. At 27 minutes past 3 tomorrow morning, which is the time I think this party's really going to start getting going, the sun will reach its most southerly excursion relative to the celestial equator on the Earth. So when Amy and Ludwig go back to the northern hemisphere where they live, they will immediately start seeing the days getting longer, the nights getting shorter.
Thank God.
You've chosen a date that's a perfect threshold in our solar system for transition. It means you won't forget the date of your wedding. It means that every year you can look forward to your anniversary and the change of the seasons, because you are two wonderful people who know your place in the cosmos, and that the cosmos existed before you were created and will continue to exist afterwards. Your lives are lived in reverence to life. You are not lost in time and space at the cosmological level, but also not in time and space in the terrestrial level. Where are we? What is historic about this place in South Africa's history? On this very day, 123 years ago, British and Boer armies were squaring up for a fight for control of Speenkop. the mountain that you could see in daytime on the horizon. It was one of the early battles of the South African War of 1889-1902, bloodiest, most pointless battles of military history. It was an utter fiasco. Between the British and the Boers, they lost together over 300 men. And it notched up a win for the Boers, but the British had sacrificed all these lives of the men to simply abandon the hill and go back. And the Boers were so exhausted, they didn't have the energy to chase them. Why? Because they did not reckon on Mother Earth, of the conditions that they were fighting. They found themselves defeated by failing to be conscious. The men on both sides were utterly demoralized. And it was pointless because the Boers thought they were losing, whereas in fact they were winning, and the British thought they were winning, whereas in fact they were losing. So that stands in itself as a metaphor for how we need to test our assumptions. Now, Amy's great-grandfather did not fight in that battle, but came out of England to reinforce the British troops that eventually defeated the Boers. Amy, I wonder if your great-grandfather, Vincent Joseph Collingwood, would have ever imagined that his great-granddaughter was getting married today to a Boer seentjie. En Ludwig, ek wonder of jou voorouders kon verbeel dat jy sal trou met 'n Engelse meisiekind.
Definitief nie.
Al wat ek kan sê, is dat ek is baie, baie bly dat jou huwelik staan nou is 'n getuienis tot vrede, liefde en versoening. En dat ons kan saam staan met die lesse van ons geskiedenis nou goed geleer. En Tannie Corneille, elke woord wat jy gesê het gisteraan by die braai kan ek herhaal en jy verseker dat ek beskou dit as 'n groot eer om Ludwig in ons familiekring nou te hê en Amy nou in jou familiekring kan hoort. En Corneille, Rochelle en Dominique, dankie dat julle so goed job gedoen het om Ludwig groot te maak. Al wat ek kan sê, ek is so bly dat ek kan nooit teen Ludwig moet stry in 'n oorlog. Hy is nie net groter as my, maar hy is 'n beter skut. So, cosmic time and terrestrial space together align in a highly portentous arrangement to make your lives together something wonderful, inspiring, and transcendent. Not in the Transylvania way, in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but in a real earthbound way. Which brings me to the last one. You are not lost in meaning either. Because your wedding ceremony today was stripped of anything that was simply done because that's the way it was done. You made sure that it was meaningful. Instead of doing the time warp, we started with yoga under the trees. Now, when Sharon and I left university, when Sam came along, life became meaningful. And then as a 4-year-old, life for Sam became meaningful because he had a younger sister. And then we, as parents, were able to see this blossoming of an extraordinary sibling bond. And all of you have been weaving a rich tapestry of meaning. Because you've all chosen life, and nothing gives meaning to our lives more than life itself. So despite the thunder and lightning, despite the strange bunch of people, which some people might think looked like a gathering of Transylvanians, but I just want to say, today, with what Auntie Margie has done, has helped remind us so lovingly that today is a space where the gifts of the Holy Spirit, spirit of wisdom, understanding, right judgment and courage, the gifts of knowledge and reverence, the gifts of awe and wonder in God's presence have been manifested in a way that has been such a joy to me. So let us raise our glasses and drink a toast to the Amy and Ludwig reality show. Cheers.
I must say, my sister and I are extremely close, and I couldn't have imagined a sibling development like that so amazingly. But it's because adversity brings us closer together, and having our parents has most certainly done that. So our next two speakers are the father and mother of the group. So with enough said, the floor is yours. Please, Charles Conrad, you have the floor.
Thank you, Sam. Good Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming this far with us on this journey for Ludwig and Amy. My husband and I'm so excited to celebrate this day with you all. Our children has always been a source of pride and inspiration in our family. Ludwig's dedication, his sense of humor, and his unwavering kindness have touched the hearts of everyone he meets. He has to have a sense of humor with parents like us. Ludwig, you have turned into an awesome young man, and seeing you so happy with Amy makes this day perfect. We wish you many happy days ahead, no matter where life takes you and Amy, and our two beautiful grand dogs. Ludwig and Amy, we want you both to know that we are honored to be part of your lives. Sharon and John, and part of yours. And Sam, there's a special place for you. May your marriage be filled with love, laughter, like your father's and mine, and happiness. To the newlyweds, we're raising a toast to a lifetime of love, happiness, and adventure. Ludwig and Amy, we love you with all our hearts and always will.
I'm not looking forward to finding a special place you have for me, but we'll play it by ear.
It's with the grand dogs.
Yeah, so my mom's dog will be giving a speech later, but wait for about 2 a.m. and then some howling, you know it means good. Alright, without further ado, I'm sure we're all a bit hungry. We are going to be starting dinner. That was some top quality food. Alright, the next speaker up next is someone that had to go through a lot of adversity, struggles, and difficulty in life. Because his best mate decided to take up rock climbing. And I know exactly what he feels, man. So Jared, without further ado, the stage is yours, bro. Pull in.
Hi there, everybody. Ludwig's been my best friend for the past 14 years. I managed to find this tall, lanky, Afrikaans and passionate bastard. He loved rugby, and I found him wandering around our school grounds, and that's how we became friends. Fast forward to today, we are fortunate enough to be able to witness Ludwig and Amy make a brilliant decision by making me the best man. Eat shit, eh? Amy Elizabeth Nosipo Ingram Clark from Bulgaria. You took my bro rock climbing, okay? I just want to say thank you for looking after this hazard and making my boy so happy. I hope he makes you equally happy and you two look after and appreciate one another every single day going forward.
Amen.
Spies, Swys, Sipamandla, Spoos. Spoos. It's when he's stubborn and grumpy, we call him Spoos. You have been my brother for all these years. We have been through school, gym, rugby matches, H2Os, poppy copies, a few job changes, Friday night games, hiding many hubblies from your mother and your father, to many, many bras. Yeah, you joined a few times, don't talk so. Yeah, what was I saying? Many, many bras, graduations, holidays, buying houses and cars, and a couple fights about who was the bigger doers. The best man at my wedding, and now you drag a bunch of southerners in a BMW down to the Drakensberg. So thank you for all the Sanders or my car, and thank you for being my best friend. And I wish you endless love and happiness in your union. Just from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you for everything. Thank you to everyone for being here today. And I hope everyone has a great night. And just let's have a draw.
Wow, how well spoken. So nice to see a gender with that much confidence. Alright, next up we've got someone that absolutely just slides in and out of life. An absolute joy. Can we call for Ingrid to come up and give us a bit of a licky? A bit of a song.
It's a long table. So the whole idea is that you join me in this song. I'm not doing a solo here, so you all have to sing with me. You all know my body lies over the ocean. Dominique saw potential in Amy, as Ludwig was hunky and free. Tall, slim and also good looking. Amy was the best spot to be. Love them, hug them. Ludwig and Amy said yes together forever, long after this happy day. Amy glanced at his bright muscles. She wanted to love and to hold. Every time was spent in their hurry. As soon as love nest has been sold. Love them again. Ludwig and Amy say yes today, together forever, long after this happy day. A new life was started in Holland. Kuno and Kiko came too. The rain, snow and cold doesn't face them, because now all their dreams have come true. Ludwig and Amy say yes today, together forever, long after this happy day. Ludwig, Amy, thank you for having us here. You know, we feel honored. We're not family, we're not friends, but we hang on us. We hang on us. And but now I feel we have something in common because you live in Holland, so we can speak Dutch to each other. But we've grown very fond of you both. We both wish you a lifelong happiness, togetherness, honesty, and make it work. Make it work!
Well, our next speaker is, I guess, my new sister. Someone that has suffered from so many the same afflictions that I have. Being the best looking sibling. You know what I mean? It's always underappreciated, but never underrespected. Let's just say Dominique is on the floor!
I was going to say, how do I follow a song, but how do I follow that intro? First of all, Amy, please stand up. Can everyone please raise your glass to the beauty that is Amy Sparke? You did an outstanding job bringing that outfit together. You look absolutely gorgeous tonight. Let's start with when my father decided to give me an axe. So, just after my brother's 3rd birthday, I was 4. My father thought it would be a good idea to give us an axe to play with. I'm 4, he's 3. It's a good idea, right? We love our dad. This is not a bash on him at all. My brother and I together decided it would be a good idea to see what would happen if I had to chop his finger off. Oh. So we did. And it was a Friday afternoon, and my mother and father had to scramble to get the finger reattached. I will never forget it. I was 4 years old. I've never felt shame like that in my life. We had a bunk bed, and I was right at the top in the corner. I was like, I don't know what to do. And suffice to say, my brother was fine. He still has his finger. And then my brother decided to pull a pin out of the finger. So the finger was meant to stay straight. And he pulled the pin out and brought it to my mom while she was doing her makeup. And he was like, "Mommy, what must I do with this?" And she was horrified. Look at her face. My brother is probably one of the nicest people you'll meet. I grew up being very jealous of my brother because he would touch a ball and know what to do with it. Cricket. As an example, we started playing tennis together. Same instructor, same level, albeit I'm 2 years older than my brother. And he needed to progress faster than I did. He started cycling before I did without training wheels. Again, I'm 2 years older than him. He touches sport, he touches equipment, and he's good at it. He climbs with you, Amy. I don't know how good he is, I haven't seen it. Yes,
So bad at the
There's no balls involved.
Something that occurred to me today, and I'm so privileged to be able to witness it, because there was a moment where we had a bit of a rough patch, which I think everyone knows about. But something I've been very privileged to witness today particularly, but also spending time with Amy in the Netherlands, which was amazing. We're very similar. We have a lot of the same traits, quirks, thank you, that's the word. We share a lot of the same trauma, as most children do from most parents. And it's just such a privilege to see how much you've grown, how much you've been mindful about the type of person you want to be in the world and how you want to move in the world. And I'm so, so grateful that I forgave you, and that I could witness it. And Amy in her vows to her, when she was like, Ludwig looks at me to see if I laugh. I do that to Tim all the time. And I was like, fuck, he's my brother. And we've got so much in common, and I'm so grateful that I get to be with you on this journey. So, Amy and Ludwig, good luck. It's hard. You've immigrated, you bought a house. And then I just want to say to the parents of these two lovely individuals, well done. You did a good job. And you've raised them well. To the couple. You're very lucky you're the youngest children. Being the eldest is hard.
It's damn straight true. My sister got a car on my birthday. It's been a rough birthday. And I also want to take this moment to just thank you. Every single one of you sitting out there in this line that attended here. Give yourself a round of applause for pulling it. A wedding isn't a wedding, and a party isn't a party without the people that make it happen. And you guys are absolute legends for being here. The last few days has been nothing short of an absolutely incredible time. And I would love to say something about every single one of you, but you know, some of you will really not like me if I did that. So we'll keep it more PC. But thanks for that and amazing work. Coming up now, we're going to do the cutting of the cake.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make it fun if you want to. Am I not in your shot?
Okay, we can try.
You go.
First say something to me. Okay, don't hold it out, you'll never let it go. We have a cheesecake for in our family.
Nice.
I must say, what an absolutely gorgeous table we have straight in front of us. Alright, next up to just say a little quick jab is my favorite aunt. Although don't talk, they cut that from the video, the other aunt. Sorry Elsa, I love you too. Alright, now we have Margie to say a few little bits.
Hi everybody. Yeah, I just want to say, you know, when Sleeping Beauty was born, a lot of little aunties came around and they said little sweet wishes for her. And so when Amy made her confirmation, I was there and everybody got a little book. So today you've got this little book to take home with you with some amazing messages. I didn't know what to give Amy and Ludwig for their wedding, so I thought, what are the 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit? All of them are enumerated in this little book. Please do take one home, everybody. And just remember the little auntie who just danced around. Lots of love. There you go.
Well, now the moment we've been waiting for. We're going to be talking about the bride and groom. My sister and my newly anointed brother. I got to say, I was thinking back about all the previous boyfriends my sister ever showed me. And that's not to say they were losers, but they always, to me, were never good enough for my sister. And then she introduced me to Ludwig. And I had this moment to see, damn. But no, I can't be happier, more proud, and more ecstatic that this absolutely beardless, skin tall, muscular man is my brother. Give a round of applause. As far as my sister goes, what is to be said? We all know her. But what she actually has is love and caring, which is an absolute savior, because without those qualities, she would be such an absolute pain. But I love her more than anything to say. We are so close, absolutely amazing. Having her living overseas has been difficult and stressful times, to not have a confidant to have there. But at any given moment, going through a rough time, we'll drop anything to be on the phone, to have a chat, to give that insight, and I love you so much for that. So without further ado, let us bring up the Sparks, and let the Sparks fly!
Like, wow, I had a vision for this night, and for this outfit, and for this man, and I can't believe how unbelievably lucky I am that I got all of this. But I couldn't have done it alone. There's a lot of people to thank. I think a short list of would be who not to thank. But I think I should just start with my mama. My mom,
Yes.
she made this skirt, if you didn't catch that, and then Ingrid helped finish it all. And then Minka came shopping for the top, and Dominique did the face, and it was a team effort on the hair, and it was a lot going on. So thank you so much for making me feel like a princess on my big day. And then to my mother-in-law, food and cake and harvest tables and making us feel welcome and just catering for me and him. He eats a lot for the past few days. Really, really grateful. And then I think just to everybody for coming here from far and wide. We have friends from the Netherlands here. We have some expats, we got some Belgians, we got a lot of people. But it was a big move for all of you, so we really appreciate it. And to my family here, sitting in the front, the lovely ladies in grey over here, and the gents over there, I appreciate all of you being here. Thank you Sam. And then to my husband, you need to get used to that word. Thank you for making this day possible, for going along with my ideas, for bouncing them around, and for paying for half of it. Man of many words.
I would say thank you to everybody from my side. Thank you for coming all this way and making this such a special day. Thank you to my wife for making this such a wonderful day. You knocked it out of the park. Couldn't ask for a better wedding. I love you so much, and I look forward to the rest of our lives together.
Next sparks fly, as Sam said. Lift to sparkleism. And next.
Kennis by du zijn, kennis bij du zijn, kennis bij du zijn, en de gloria, en de gloria, en de gloria.
Alrighty then, guys, that is the Sparke Wedding reception style done. Or as it shall be known from here on, the Great Hangover of 2023.
It's been way too long since we've spoken, my love. I know you're feeling lost and all alone. Don't hesitate to call. You know that I'll come running. Together we can find our way back home. So I hope you don't forget. Cause you know that I'll be here for you. When there's nowhere left to run, I'll be here for you. Even through your darkest nights, I'll be here for you. When the rain is pouring down, I'll be here for you. When there's no one else around, I'll be here for you. So I hope you don't forget. Cause you know that I'll be here for you.
How you guys feeling?
I'll hold you tight and wash away your troubles. I'll be your counsel, what is on your mind? Don't hesitate to call. You know that I will answer. I'm in this with you, always by your side. Cause you know that I'll be here for you. When there's nowhere left to run, I'll be here for you. Even through your darkest nights, I'll be here for you. When the rain is pouring down, I'll be here for you. When there's no one else around, I'll be here for you. So I hope you don't forget. Cause you know that I'll be here for you. When the rain is pouring down, I'll be here for you. When there's no one else around, I'll be here for you.
Yes, once they start.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow so pretty in the sky are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. If I heaver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's heavering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm walking, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. When the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I broke, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's going over you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home.